I'm John.
I'm Eugene.
And we're here once again because of some terrific questions that we've received in response to our prior videos. And one of the questions that we've gotten is, if you know that a piece is old, and we've learned something from your videos about how to tell if a piece is old, but once it's old, how can you really tell if it's 17th century, 18th century, 19th century, or 20th century? So we kind of thought that maybe a good way of dealing with this would be to contrast the ways in which we do that for American furniture with the ways of doing it for Chinese furniture. So, for example, in American furniture, the style of furniture will, in point of fact, once you know a piece is old, will tell you something about the date. Hepplewhite as a period is very well defined from Sheraton, is very well defined from Empire and Victorian and so forth. So those are helpful guides for telling you approximate age ranges. For Chinese furniture,
Well, first of all, it's really a tough question for Chinese furniture. So I would say style-wise, there's not much difference between 16th piece of furniture and 16th century and 20th century piece of furniture. It's pretty much the same.
which is one of the beauties of Chinese furniture, is that the styles have remained so constant for so many years. In American furniture, you can tell something about the age with the construction tool marks that are used. Just as a gross example, everyone knows that the circular saw came in about 1860. So if you have circular saw marks on a piece of furniture, it's not going to be any earlier than the date of the invention of the circular saw. However, for Chinese furniture,
Well, hand tools were used all along. It's from 16th century all the way to 20th century. So it's pretty much the same type of tool. It's hard to tell.
another way is condition. In American furniture, there's a lot of really old furniture that has survived basically kind of in untouched condition. Yeah, you can find American furniture with a lot of repairs in it, but you can also find a lot of furniture that's been basically untouched that may be 300 years old, or certainly 200 years old. For Chinese furniture,
Well, for Chinese furniture, they were basically all used. So if you find more repairs, more replacements, that's older. So the answer is yes.
great. And then in terms of patina, certainly the patina of an original untouched surface in American furniture tells you a lot.
Oh yeah, for Chinese furniture, same thing. We have talked about this topic before. Yeah, for patina.
Yes.
That's one way to tell how old it is.
Yes. And of course, a common element between the two is wear marks, and we've talked about the wear marks before.
Yeah.
In American furniture, it's very, very helpful in determining age if you have provenance, if you know who owned it over the course of the years. That's really helpful in terms of dating. In Chinese furniture,
Well, country furniture basically unknown. Nobody knows who owned it before, and nobody will take care of it. Will pay attention to that. Yeah, except some classical furniture. It belonged to the palace, belonged to the emperor.
yes. And then in terms of American furniture, some of the very high-end American furniture is known by its maker. Furniture made, for example, by John Seymour or the Dunlop family. That adds a great deal of knowledge about the date in which that particular piece of furniture was made. In Chinese furniture,
Chinese furniture were basically all handmade by different carpenters, and the carpenters normally don't sign on the back of furniture, or no seal were found normally.
so in summary, if you want to compare the differences between the two, once you know that a piece is old, I'm talking about Chinese furniture here, once you've determined that a piece is old by virtue of its wear, by virtue of its restoration, and by virtue of its patina, it is much harder to specifically date that furniture than it is for American furniture.
But for Chinese furniture, in the classical furniture, they were made with Wangwa Li or Zitan, that kind of furniture. It's basically, we can say it 17th century or 18th century or earlier, because that type of furniture only made in that certain period.
But again, you have to be careful. You have to be very careful to look for the ware and for the patina, because there is new Chinese Ming-style furniture being made with new Wangwa Li wood.
That's true.
So in general, it's safer to say with Chinese furniture that it's early 20th century or late 19th century, because country furniture earlier than that probably did not survive. And earlier attributions based upon patina, wear, and repair, one should be very cautious of a firm date attribution earlier than about 1850. So, please remember to visit our website. Please remember also to subscribe to our newsletter. And once again, we very much appreciate and value the questions that we've received, because without those questions, we wouldn't be making these videos.
Thank you.